A man who broke into a local restaurant last weekend. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Jack Pluta.
And I'm Chris Lovingood. Police have released surveillance footage of the El Rancherito break-in. The Macomb Police Department says a man, seen here, broke into El Rancherito on West Jackson Street on West Jackson early Friday morning. The man stumbled around the restaurant, possibly intoxicated, eating food and nearly passing out in the restaurant. No police report has been released.
There have been several crimes on campus this semester, and police are telling students to be more cautious. Live at 4's Brooke Dunlap reports on what you can do to stay safe on campus. Yo, prompter, you're gonna have to be better than that.
Way. However, classes aren't the only thing that students need to be focused on. Thefts and burglaries are common on college campuses, and according to Lieutenant Thomas Clark, it's also an issue at Western as well.
We always have reports of thefts and burglaries from residence halls. That's always an issue that we have on campus.
A few have happened recently on campus. Senior Corinne Bodenhamer experienced a burglary the first week of school. She and her roommate were both asleep when the burglary took place.
The door was unlocked, and immediately I was like, that's not right, because the first thing I do when I come into my apartment is lock the door. And so then I looked around and saw that all of my things were gone and the screen was cut out of my window. So that's how they got in.
To prevent another burglary from happening, precautions have been taken.
The campus manor people actually gave everybody on the ground floor window locks now, and they came in and installed them a few days ago. So.
Junior Oria Lane experienced a theft a few weeks ago when her wallet was stolen from her.
Good. I was chilling with some friends, and then I got back to my dorm, and I noticed my wallet wasn't in my bag. Got a call that night from Go West saying that they had everything but my wallet.
Police advise students to be more cautious and more attentive to their items. Live at 4, I'm Brooke Dunlap.
OPS says one way to protect your personal items is to engrave your license plate number on them for future returns. Well, today was hot, last week was cold. What's next? Let's go to News 3 Matt Kablusik with their first look at the weather. Matt?
Thanks, Jack. Looking outside at the Macomb City Courthouse, it's 91 degrees outside right now, partly cloudy, with a humidity of 42%. Dew point around 65 with winds out of the southwest at 11 miles an hour. The pressure's on a trend going downwards at about 29.88 inches as of right now. The regional high temperatures for today have been pretty hot out there for mid-September. As you can see in Kirksville, it's 94 degrees, and 88 in Springfield, and 92 in Moline were the highs today. First look, approaching thunderstorms are coming our way in the next 24 hours, which will cause a cool down soon, and it'll bring us into a chilly weekend. Stay tuned for my full forecast to find out exactly how cold it'll be this weekend. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Matt. Western Illinois University President Jack Thomas spoke to students and faculty Tuesday evening. It was the first of 3 town hall meetings addressing a number of issues, namely state funding. Thomas noted the state recently paid the university $6.6 million in funds for the 2012-2013 year. $10 million is still being owed to the university. The final 2 meetings will be held October 2nd. Also in Western news, the WIU Quad Cities campus received a contribution from AT&T worth $100,000. The money will help fund the academic, social, and personal volunteer-based programs known as PACERS. It helps Rock Island School District students transition from 8th grade into high school. President Jack Thomas says the university is appreciative of AT&T's continued support of the PACERS program.
Ridership on the Go West transit system has increased 10% since last year. According to Go West, 134,000 passengers rode the Go West system in the month of August, setting a new record. Ridership on the transit system is expected to surpass 2 million riders this year, the largest per capita in the downstate of Illinois. And the city of Macomb and the Macomb Park District are holding an open house to give the community a chance to give their opinion on a new aquatic center and recreation facility. Macomb residents will have the opportunity to review information gathered from the surveys as well as provide feedback on the new buildings. The open house will take place this Monday afternoon at the Spoon River College Outreach Center at 3 and later on at 7.
WIU's Office of Public Safety is taking a more direct approach to campus safety. The RAD program, or Rape Aggression Defense course, will be available October 1st. It's directed towards women, with categories including principles of defense and full-speed hands-on exercise. The cost of the course is $20. It can be paid with cash or through your student account. To register, contact the Office of Public Safety. Also, the WIU Center for Innovation in Teaching and Research will host a suicide prevention and training program on September 24th in Memorial Hall, room 124. Learn how to manage emotional and anxiety-provoking situations and other exercises. All students and employees are encouraged to attend. For more information, contact the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Research.
A water main break is finally fixed after being detached sometime Monday afternoon. The break occurred outside Seal Hall and was connected to Mowbray Hall. The assistant director of the facilities management, Monty Cooley, said it took 2.5 days to fix. All water was shut off at Seal and Mowbray Halls. An isolation valve had to be installed to provide water to both buildings. And the University Union underwent some changes over the summer. Although some can already be seen, there are some changes still being completed.
You'll notice when you walk down to the first floor, there's been a cosmetic makeover. Some walls have a new coat of paint, there's a different seating arrangement, and the ceiling has a new look. Burger King had a facelift as well, complete with a new wooden finish. Karina Capron is the construction project coordinator at WIU's Facilities Management. She says the union project isn't finished just yet.
Out here in the corridor, this ceiling tile will be taken down, and the service center, hotel key check-in, that will be updated also we will start that renovation during Christmas break as well.
Capron says the seating in the union was changed because the area seemed boxed off. The new arrangement allows for better traffic flow for students passing through. Students like Kevin Megan. He says he's enjoying the change in look.
I like them. I like that they're getting some of the purple and gold into the building. I like how it's opened up in the cafeteria. But I just wish that there was like a picture or something that we can see what the future is going to look like all the construction that's going on right now.
By construction, he means the area that will open as the renewed Murray Street Cafe. Inside, a construction crew is putting in new walls, flooring, and booth seating. Ann Comerford is the director of the University Union. She says she wants the renovated area to feel more inviting.
We want this to be a much more modern, bright, welcoming space for our students and guests.
The union is also getting a remodeled patio area. Comerford says it's to help the area become more accessible to students with ability issues. A ramp will be put in to help the patio become wheelchair accessible and meet ADA standards.
$1 million construction project is estimated to be finished by June of 2014. Banned Books Week, celebration of freedom to read, kicks off this week with the Banned and Determined event Tuesday, September 24th and 7 p.m. The event will focus on readings and challenge books. Some book titles featured are The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls and the classic Shakespeare tragedy Romeo and Juliet. It's that time of year again. The 12th annual Al Sears Jazz Festival starts tomorrow. Students of all ages along with the featured guest artists will perform in Chandler Park. This year, guest artist Bria Schoenberg will be featured on Saturday. Al Sears is known as Macomb's favorite jazz son.
News 3's Victoria Hansen visits the McDonough County Animal Shelter each week to bring us the community a closer look to animals that need a home. This week, she brings us a visit with a cat named Elvira.
There are 36 dog and 36 cat kennels, and all of the animals need a good home and a loving family. You can come find your new furry friend Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. or on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon.
This is Elvira. She's our pet of the week. She is 11 months old and spayed, and she was brought here July 19th.
Watch Tuesdays and Thursdays newscasts for your pet of the week and check out their pictures on our Facebook. For News 3, I'm Victoria Hansen.
Coming up on News 3's Live at 4, a 5.3 magnitude earthquake. Where it happened and who it will affect.
And the murder capital of the United States, where it is, and the answer may not surprise you. Coming up on Live at 4.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Breaking news out of Japan. The Associated Press reports a magnitude 5.3 earthquake struck near the city of Fukushima. The quake hit around 12:25 local time. The U.S. Geological Survey describes the earthquake as being felt by all and capable of producing slight damage. The area was hit by a quake in 2011 that caused a nuclear power plant meltdown. Visit our NEWS3 Facebook and Twitter for more information. And the FBI named Chicago the murder capital of America for 2012, taking the place of New York City. 500 murders occurred in Chicago last year alone, while the homicide rate in the Big Apple dropped to 419. New Orleans still leads the nation in the per capita murder rate at about 58 per 100,000 people.
Some good news now as a teenage girl has been safely returned in good health after being abducted from her suburban Atlanta home on Tuesday. 14-year-old Ivani Hope Perez was found 25 miles from her home on Wednesday after being kidnapped at gunpoint early Tuesday morning. Officials confirmed two suspects, 40-year-old Juan Alberto Contreras Rodriguez and 29-year-old Wildrego Jackson, have been taken into custody and several others may still be at large. According to court records, Contreras Rodriguez and Ivani's mother were both arrested in the same marijuana bust in 2012.
He's only been in office for 6 months, but Pope Francis has made suggestions in the Roman Catholic Church that has caused some controversy among parishioners. Live at 4's reporter Brian Powers has more on the Pope's new ideas.
After being elected in March, Pope Francis has made waves in the media on the subjects of female priests, atheism, and gay clergymen in the Vatican. I asked around the campus for students, church members, and church officials to get their reactions on the Pope's comments.
I echo the Pope's comments. I think it's refreshing to have I have numerous friends in the gay community, and I went to high school with numerous people, and they are amongst the most talented, intellectual, and just thoughtful and caring individuals I know, and I don't feel I have the right to intrude on any happiness that they feel.
I think that Pope Francis was making the comment on we should love each other and spreading, God's love for everyone in the world, rather than focusing more on the issues of gay rights in America.
The problem of why not having priests who are actually gay to serve. It's the same for women as well, and there are actually open Catholic sects separate from the Roman Catholic Church.
Until recently, Pope Francis has commented that priests and the clergy could possibly be married if they were gay or straight, including women to practice the priesthood. In the Catholic Church's 600-year-old history, it is crystal clear that Pope Francis is shedding a new light for the Church and its members for the 21st century. Reporting for News 3, I'm Brian Powers.
Pope Francis has long been against same-sex marriage, once calling it a destructive attack on God's plan many years ago as a cardinal. Jack, it was a scorcher outside today.
Right you are, Chris. Will the hot streak continue? Macablue6's full weather forecast is coming up.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Where do you think you're going?
Is your body holding you back?
I want to go running. Not with that knee, you're not. I'm fine. Negative.
Your bones and joints can say no at any age.
With that shoulder, you're going to pick up that truck. Really?
Keeping you from working, playing, or just plain moving.
Let's not pick her up. What do you say?
Yet a lot of people who live with pain fight back.
Use your head. Save your back. My bride, my rules.
And regain their lives.
You gotta be kidding me.
Whoa. I'm going running. I'm going running.
Got to see this. Go on, pick it up.
Fight for your mobility. Find your own inspiration at anationinmotion.org. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Come on. I'll take it from here.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our current conditions in Macomb, it's 91, partly cloudy, humidity about 43% out there. Dew point's about 65 with winds coming out of the southwest at 11 miles an hour with pressure at about 29.88 inches. Let's take a look at the almanac right now. The high for today was about 92, which is very high for the mid-September. As you can see, the record for this date is actually 96. So we got pretty close today, which is far above the normal of 70 degrees. The low this morning was 68, which is about normal, 46, with the record set at 19 degrees. Sunrise for today is about 6:47 a.m., sunset about 7:06 p.m. Now let's take a look at our upper level winds. See, now this is important for our weather for the next couple of days. As you can see, these are the direction of the wind, and as you can see, for the past couple of days, it's been coming from the south, which has been bringing in these warmer temperatures as well as the humidity that we've been feeling for the past 2 days. Now this is important because, let's take a look at our surface analysis, current conditions. We've got this cold front here off to the west over Iowa and Kansas and Nebraska, which will be coming through the Midwest over the next 24 hours. Well, this storm right here isn't as strong as what it'll be when it picks up all the moisture that's been coming from the south, southerly winds over the past few days, which will be causing thunderstorms. Here's tomorrow's surface analysis. As you can see, this long band of thunderstorms will be running across the Midwest here that will be affecting us and bringing in colder temperatures behind the cold front. Let's take a look at the infrared satellite. It's been partly cloudy out there, not too sunny, not too cloudy, as you can see over our location here in Macomb. It looks partly cloudy out there. Let's take a look at the current radar. Over the last 2 hours, as you can see, we've got this loop of thunderstorms that will be hitting our way probably overnight, about 3 a.m. And as you can see off here to the east over Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio, dissipating storms that did hit Chicago earlier today. Let's take a look at the national highs for tomorrow. As you can see, 77 and 79 across the Midwest in our area is much cooler than the 91 that we've been experiencing today. And as you can see, it's up to 102 down here in Arizona, with about 53 degrees up in Minnesota and 89 down in southern Florida. Let's take a look at tonight's forecast. It looks about 70 degrees. Thunderstorms are very likely, as I said, overnight mostly. These will happen past midnight likely, with winds out of the southwest at about 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow's forecast is about 77. It's going to be mild conditions, very windy, partly cloudy with gusts up to 20 miles an hour, but sustained winds about 14. All right, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. As you can see, it's about 77 degrees. Will be the high for tomorrow with a low about 48 with morning thunderstorms. Tomorrow or Saturday will be high of 72 with a low of 47. Sunday will be a high of 73 with a low of 50. Monday will be a high of 75, low of 54. Tuesday will be a high of 78, low of 54 as well. Wednesday will be a high of 81 with a low of 55. And Thursday will conclude our week with a high of 82 and a low of 56.
Well, thanks for that, Matt. You know, I'm glad to see we have some warm weather. Perfect timing for the Al Jazz Sears Festival.
Yeah, you know, the weather shouldn't be too warm here, but for the Leathernecks in Las Vegas, I think the weather's going to stay a little hot. Gabe, what do you got for sports?
Absolutely, Jack. Leatherneck football has another tough task ahead of them this weekend in Vegas. We'll preview that game, and we'll also have a look around the MLB playoff race coming up in sports.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
After a valiant effort in Minnesota in which the Leathernecks fell 29-12, Western gets another chance to upset an FBS opponent as they travel to take on the UNLV Rebels Saturday night in Las Vegas. UNLV's up-tempo, NFL-type offense will be challenging for Western's defense, who gave up 22 unanswered points to finish the game at Minnesota last week. To compare these two teams defensively, they've both played the University of Minnesota, where UNLV's defense gave up 51 points, as opposed to Western Illinois only allowing 29. Western defense needs to be sharp against the Rebels, who in last week's victory against Central Michigan tied for their biggest comeback in program history as they were down by 21 points. And be sure to tune in for Tuesday's newscast as sports anchor Nico Hefflinger will have a recap of the Saturday's Western's game. And after a 47-15 loss in Monmouth Roseville last weekend in Macomb High Bombers will travel and take their undefeated 2-0 road record to Quincy Notre Dame High School tomorrow night. Quincy is also looking to recover from their first loss of the year last weekend against Elias High School. Kickoff from Quincy is scheduled for 7 p.m. To the majors we go as the St. Louis Cardinals were clinging to a tight lead in the NL Central, taking on the Rockies last night. Adam Wainwright on the mound for the Cardinals, but he was doing work offensively as well as he gets a double down the left field wall that scores Daniel Descalzo here, all the way from second base. He'll come around to score 2-1 Rockies. And Adam Wainwright slips in with a double. Game tied now in the fourth, and it's Wainwright again with a broken bat dribbler past third base, and that scores Yadier Molina. He had 3 hits on the night for Adam Wainwright. Bottom ninth, 2 outs. Cards now have a 1-run lead. Bases loaded for Todd Helton, and it's And it's Edward Mujican gets him swinging with the high gas as he strikes out there. The Cardinals go on to win 4-3. With the win, the Cardinals remain 2 games ahead of the Pirates for the NL Central lead with 10 games remaining in their regular season. We'll be right back to tell you how.
Keep going.
I guess I'm doing it. We'll be right back to tell you how $18,000 is only a sleep cycle away.
Anchor Gabe, everybody.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Or you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Okay, so if waking up in the morning isn't your thing, take a listen to this.
Men especially, seeing as the new Grand Theft Auto game just came out. But NASA is looking for volunteers who are willing to lay in bed. The kicker? They have to lay in bed for 70 days. That's right, 70 days straight. You can lay, read, watch TV, or even work. Thing is, though, you have to be in bed, again, for 70 days. The reward? About $18,000. And that's all the time we have for today. For Matt Kablusik, I'm Jack Pluta.
And for Gabriel McDonough, I'm Chris Lovingood. Remember, you can stay up to date with News 3 by visiting us online at news3wiu.com. Good night, everyone.